unusual for the scientific name for creatures to be inspired by things in pop culture, like this beetle, the Agathidium vaderi, named after Darth Vader, or Spongiforme squarepantsy. And now the first ever Harry Potter generation are grown up to become taxonomists and biologists. Some have taken a more magical approach to naming new discoveries. So coming up is a list of 12 different creatures with scientific names inspired by Harry Potter. Number 1, the Thestral Stink Bug. Thestrals in Harry Potter are skeletal winged horses that are invisible to wizards unless they have witnessed death. The Thestral Stink Bug was first discovered in Chile in 2014 in areas where there was already a very high amount of bug characterization, meaning that this stink bug has gone undetected or invisible to many scientists for years, much like the invisible thestrals in the wizarding world. Additionally, Eduardo Fondes, the doctoral student in charge with naming the species, reportedly said that the bugs have some bone-like ridges in their bodies that resemble the skeletal bodies of thestrals. Do you see the resemblance? Personally, I think the Thestral Stink Bug reminds me more of my uncle. Numbers 2, 3 and 4 are all named after the same giant spider that lived deep within the Forbidden Forest, Aragogue. We have the Ochyrocera Aragogue found in Brazil, a tiny colony spider with long legs, a bit like a daddy long legs. These spiders live in caves deep in the rainforest and build small irregular sheet webs, especially in the darkest damp areas of caves. There's also the Aname Aragog, a trapdoor spider found from Australia, which can grow up to about 4 centimeters in length. Get that giant beast away from me! Trapdoor spiders get their name from the way they catch their prey. They burrow small holes in the ground and construct trapdoors over the top with a webbed hinge on one side. Here they wait, unseen, for prey to walk across the trap, then suddenly, blam! They pounce out of the trap and catch their prey before it even knows what's hit it. The third Aragogue spider is the Lycosa Aragogi, a species of wolf spider that we would commonly call a tarantula. The female wolf spiders can be 2 or 3 times the size of males, growing up to about 3 centimeters in length. About 1 in 3 sexual encounters between the species end up with the female eating the male alive, so that's not, disturbing at all. Of all our Aragogue spiders, the Lycosa Aragogi to me looks the most like the animatronic Aragog from the movies. I would not want to see a giant version of that anywhere near me. But yeah, moving swiftly on from the spiders, we have number 5, the Dracorex Hogwartsia. Literally meaning the dragon of Hogwarts, this dinosaur was part of the Pachycephalosaurus family of dinosaurs, who all had characteristic thick heads, which we think were for headbutting during combat. Scientists believe that they were pretty agonistic, fighting a lot for territory, mating, and warding off predators. Having said that, all the dinosaurs in this family were herbivores, so we don't think they ever used their thick skulls for killing prey. Number 6, the Lusius Malfoyi wasp. This wasp lives in New Zealand and doesn't have a stinger or harm humans at all, but like Lucius Malfoy from the Harry Potter series, it is probably a bit of a villain in the animal kingdom. This is a parasitic wasp, meaning that it lays its eggs inside other insects. When the eggs hatch, the larvae wasps eat that insect out from the inside, with some species paralysing the host before eating them alive. So yeah, these are nasty little blighters. Biologist Tom Saunders, who named the wasp, wanted to redeem the bad names wasps have among us. In the same way that the Malfoys defected from the dark side at the end of Book 7, and Lucius somewhat redeemed himself by helping name and track other Death Eaters, Tom Saunders wanted the Lucius Malfoyi wasp to somewhat redeem the bad name that wasps have. Not all of them are angry, stinging machines, and almost all wasps are vital parts of local ecosystems. Keeping up with the wasps, we have number 7, the Dementor wasp. Like the terrifying guards of the wizarding prison, these wasps have a horrifying kiss, or a sting. When the Ampulex Dementor wasp finds a cockroach, they inject it with a toxin that blocks the roach's central nervous system. This essentially leaves the cockroach alive, but with little or no reactions or ability to fight. This could be akin to sucking the soul out of the cockroach. The wasp can then easily escort its prey back to the nest, where it can be kept alive and eaten slowly for a readily available food source. Or, the wasp might use it for a host for its young. The larvae eats the host's organs slowly and in an order that will keep it alive the longest, emerging months later as a fully grown wasp. Terrifying. I need some chocolate.
Eat. You'll feel better.
Moving into the wider wizarding world, for number 8 we have the Graphorn Stink Bug. The Graphorn from Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is a large, aggressive creature with 2 sharp horns and a humped back. The Graphorn Stink Bug also has 2 horns and an arched back, a bit like the Wizarding World Graphorn. In fact, the paper that classifies this bug from 2017 quotes the Fantastic Beasts book in the etymology, saying that the bug is reminiscent of the Graphorn's description. Number 9 is the Clevosaurus Sectumsemper. Sectumsemper in the Harry Potter books is a spell invented by Severus Snape at school, which cuts the enemy with an invisible knife. The Clevosaurus Sectumsemper was a small lizard from the Triassic and Jurassic periods. This dinosaur had sharp teeth for cutting through plants and insects. The shape of the teeth meant that they were self-sharpening and got sharper the more they were used. Sectumsemper in Latin literally means always cut. So the name was in reference to this, while also being a nod to the Harry Potter spell. Moving on to number 10, we have the Eriovixia Gryffindori. This amazing triangle-shaped spider looks almost exactly like the sorting hat from Harry Potter. This fantastic beast is a part of the family of orb-weaving spiders that come in all types of wacky shapes and sizes. This one in particular looks like a bit of dried leaf, but the scientists who discovered it are big Harry Potter fans and noticed the uncanny resemblance to the sentient hat, and named the spider after the original owner, Godric Gryffindor. Coming in at number 11 is the most recent animal to be named after something from the wizarding world, the Salazar Pit Viper. Salazar Slytherin was one of the founders of Hogwarts and was known for being able to talk to snakes, and even decided on a snake for his house animal. Discoverers of this new viper in India decided to pay homage to the Great Wizard and name the snake the Trimesterus Salazar, or have it commonly known as Salazar's Pit Viper. These snakes have pits, or deep recesses in their heads between their eyes and their nose, with very sensitive infrared receptors, allowing them to detect warm-blooded animals for prey. They are venomous and very dangerous, but luckily they don't have killer vision like the pet basilisk Slytherin was known for. And finally we have a crab named after the main man himself, the Harryplax Severus crab. While this crab was discovered and named in 2017, the crab pieces and remnants were dug up in Guam some 20 years earlier by a courageous scientist named Harry Conley. I can't say the reasons for naming this crab Harryplax Severus better than the scientists who named it themselves, saying, "The name is also an allusion to the famous namesake Harry Potter, the magical hero of the popular book series by JK Rowling, and Mr. Conley's uncanny ability to collect rare and interesting creatures as if by magic." Severus, meaning harsh, rough, rigorous, alludes to the rigorous and laborious process by which this crab was collected. It's also an allusion to the notorious and misunderstood character in the Harry Potter novels, Professor Severus Snape, for his ability to keep one of the most important secrets in the story, just like the present new species which has eluded discovery until now, nearly 20 years after it was first collected. This crab lives in deep rubble beds or patches of dead coral fragments along the coast of Guam. It lives in such deep murky waters that it has huge eyes for seeing in the dark and has a very milky pale shell, a bit like Severus Snape's sallow skin.
Hi, this is future Steph editing this video. I just want to say that I filmed this video a couple of weeks ago and I'm now getting to edit it at a time when JK Rowling has come out with some very unscientific opinions, not facts, about trans people and their identities and whether people who menstruate are women. And I just want to say that I absolutely abhor her unfounded opinions and that trans lives matter and that trans lives exist, and especially that black trans lives matter. I was hesitant to take up this video because of the things she said, but at the end of the day it's a fun listicle based on scientific names of animals, and I hope you did enjoy it. that I felt I needed to caveat that. Alright, thanks.
So that was my list of creatures named after the Harry Potter franchise. Which one was your favourite? Let me know in the comment section down below. Please share this video with anyone that you think would enjoy a good listicle. I am trying to make videos more consistently, so if you want to support this channel, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so that you are aware of when I next upload. In the meantime, if you want to watch my last episode on how to debunk conspiracy theories, then you can click on the video here, or if you want to watch a video that the YouTube algorithm thinks you'll enjoy best, you can click down here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Another Weasley. I know just what to do with you.